like femme queen. Bring it to the runway. Like femme queen. Bring it to the runway. Which queen? High fashion bazaar.
gentlemen, it's about that time. You already know. Jennie Livingston's documentary about New York gay and transgender black and Latino ball culture won the 1991 Sundance Grand Jury Prize, and was a key film both in the emerging American independent film movement and in the nascent new queer cinema. Paris is Burning was one of Miramax's film's earliest successes and helped pave the way for a current crop of commercially successful documentaries in film. It was one of the best films of 1991 according to the Los Angeles Times, Time Magazine, and the Washington Post, and the NPR New York Magazine in its 2008 40th anniversary editions. Call it one of the most influential cultural works to come out of New York City in 40 years. Several of most heavily featured performers wished to sue in 1991 for a share of the film's profit. Paris Dupree sought the largest settlement for unauthorized use of her ball. Dupree and others said they were deceived about the film's purpose and wanted compensation. Well, me, Izzy Stars, on BallroomSceneRadio.com Live, had a personal interview with Jennie Livingston, and here's what she had to say. All right, it's your boy Izzy Stars, and you're tuned into the hottest station on the Internet Nation, BallroomSceneRadio.com, and I have the iconic pioneer, Jennie Livingston, BallroomSceneRadio.com. How are you, Jennie? Say hi.
Hello.
Oh, wow. I just want to say live on the air really quick, thank you so much. We are so honored and blessed to have you live on the air today.
I'm honored and blessed to be here with you, Izzy.
Thank you so much. We have an iconic pioneer in the building, ladies and gentlemen, and today I bring you Jennie Livingston, okay, born February 24th, 1962, is an American director best known for the 1990s documentary Paris is Burning. Am I correct, Jennie?
Well, now that you've added me as old, okay. Yeah. But not old, just fabulously young and energetic and in the process of being a filmmaker. And actually, Paris is Burning is interesting. Some people call it a 1990 film. In 1990, we finished a version, but we didn't have enough money to do either a final print or a credit sequence. So technically, it's a 1991 film because that's when we really were able to raise enough money to finish, to really finish. And so the 8-minute credit sequence for those of the people who've seen the film, we didn't have enough money when we went to our first film festival to have a credit sequence. And then when we got into Sundance, we raised enough money to have an actual print and to have that credit sequence. So it was kind of finished both in 1990 and in 91 for trivia fans about Paris is Burning.
Work. Yes. That is awesome. So now you were born in Dallas, Texas, and grew up in Los Angeles. You attended Beverly Hills High School and graduated from Yale University in 1983, correct?
You know it all, yeah.
Okay, so you studied drawing, painting with minor English literature, You're also the niece of the
I studied photography, just so you know. I studied photography and drawing and painting, and my degree was in photography and painting. So I did a lot of photography, and that's how I met Bogert, actually, because I was out photographing.
Wow, okay, so photography, wow. And then you're also the niece of the late film director Alan J. Pakula.
Yeah, my aunt, who was my mom's sister, married Alan when I was like 11 years old, and he was a really, really nice guy, and made some pretty political films, Sophie's Choice, All the President's Men, The Parallax View. I didn't want to be a filmmaker because of him. I didn't think about becoming a filmmaker until, basically I was an adult. But just as an influence, like knowing that directors are really nice guys, and they're like good people, that was, right, I think, influential.
Wow. And I heard that they actually warned you away from film directing at one time. Was that... How did that come about? Like, how did you get through that?
No, it was like this. My uncle said, I said I want to be I said to him when I was like 21, because I had moved to New York, and I just thought, I want to make movies. And I told him I wanted to be a director, and he was kind of like, oh, no, don't do that. And I think, I think that what he meant was it's a really hard life because you're always raising money. There's nothing guaranteed. It's very competitive. So I don't think he meant, like, absolutely don't do it. I think he meant it's a hard life, and if you could do anything easier, you can have, like, a regular job or do something else, you should do that. And it's funny because now that I'm even older than he was when I came to him and told him I wanted to be a director, I say the exact same thing, to younger people, because it's just it's a business where there's no guarantee except that it'll be hard. And by hard, I just mean there's no guaranteed work, and there's no guaranteed funding.
Wow.
So unless you're like a billionaire or something, or even a millionaire, you just have to go out and make it happen every time. And particularly for women, we make 5% of all the films in general distribution. So not so great for women or queers or people of color in my industry. So yeah, I really do try and warn people away, but I know that if a young person or any person decides they're going to do it, like anything in the arts, they're going to do it, and they're going to go ahead and make it happen because they have to.
Right. Wow. Okay, well, first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations on becoming Grandfather Hector Extravaganza's daughter. Yes, that's awesome. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel really honored by the fact that that Hector is coming to put together the ball that's happening, the 1 hour long, that's unusual, right? A 1 hour ball, mini ball that's happening before the screening on Friday night because, there was controversy over that screening and people weren't happy about the program, and Brick got it together and listened to the community and talked to Hector and talked to Jose and, said, let's do something that's going to be appropriate and that's going to feel good to the community and that's going to be exciting to see. And I'm, really, really, really honored and pleased that that's happening because I think it is appropriate, and I myself am looking forward to seeing the 25 people who are going to walk on the Celebrate Brooklyn stage.
Yes, that's hot. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I also heard that you're walking the runway with Grandfather Hector Extravaganza.
I don't want to do it because I'm really uncoordinated, and I'm going to, I'm going to walk, and then they're going to look at all these, 20-year-old vogers, and they're going to, I'm just a big nerd, and so I'm going to do the nerd walk, I guess. But, I'll try to not trip, basically.
Hey, the ballroom community is for everyone. No
yeah, but, if you trip, spell Kiki. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh, all right. Ooh, the lingo. Ooh, Sister Jennie Extravaganza. Okay, well, real quick, let's go real quick back. Let's back it up. How did you hear about the ballrooms? I know you said it was through photography, right?
Well, what happened was it really wasn't hearing. It was just an experience of I was in Washington Square Park, and at that time, this was way back in 1985, I would carry my camera a lot. I mean, this was before the days where, everybody has a phone with a camera in it. It was, if you were a photographer, it was more deliberate to carry a camera, and I was always photographing people in the city, wanted to see what was happening. My photography idols were people like Robert Frank and Deanne Alvis, and people who just walked around and looked at scenes or met people or were curious about who and what was happening in their city. And that's kind of the state I was in. And so I was in Washington Square Park, and I saw these guys, and this has been written about a lot, but voguing, and I asked them if I could photograph them, and they said yes. And then I basically said, what are you doing? And they said, we're voguing. And I just didn't know what that was at all. And so I asked them what it was, and they said, well, if you want to see more of it, you should go to a ball. So I went to a mini ball at the community center.